Imagine this, a city where every street corner smells like oregano, melted mozzarella, and gunpowder. Where a slice of pizza could mean the difference between life, death, or a front-page headline. This isn't a movie. This is New York in the 1970s, the golden age of the pizza connection. And behind every delicious pie, there was something far more dangerous than cheese and sauce. There was heroin. There was blood. There was Cosa Nostra. If you think the Mafia's grip on New York ended with the Godfather films, think again. Because this story is about how pizza became the perfect front for one of the largest drug empires in American history. So, grab a seat, hit subscribe, and let's take a bite into the New York Pizza Wars, the Mafia's tastiest cover-up. New York in the 1970s wasn't just a city, it was a jungle, a place where power was carved up like slices from an 18-inch pie. The mob ruled everything: construction, garbage, unions, nightlife. And soon they found something better than extortion and gambling. They found pizza. See, a pizza shop was perfect for laundering money, cash-only business, steady flow of customers, no one asking questions. And if you had 5, 10, or 20 shops across boroughs, you could move millions. But here's the genius twist. The pizza boxes weren't just carrying pepperoni. They carried packets of pure Sicilian heroin. This was the Pizza Connection, run by Sicilian bosses like Gaetano Badalamenti and Salvatore Catalano, men who turned food delivery into an international narcotics empire. The heroin was smuggled from Turkey to Sicily, then shipped through Italy, and finally hidden inside shipments of tomato cans, flour, and cheese bound for New York. From there, the Mafia's American partners took over, distributing the drugs through pizzerias across the East Coast. It was elegant, clean, hidden in plain sight. And for years, nobody saw it. Not the police, not the DEA, not even the FBI. Because who would suspect a family-run pizza joint in Brooklyn? But the money started talking. Banks in Switzerland began noticing strange deposits, millions in cash, all tied to Italian names and small New York restaurants. The DEA, led by agents like Joseph Pistone, you might know him as Donnie Brasco, began putting the pieces together. The operation wasn't small, it was massive. By 1984, the feds discovered the Mafia had imported over $1.6 billion worth of heroin using nothing more than pizza boxes and family ties. The Pizza Connection trial would become one of the longest in American history. It lasted nearly 2 years, saw over 600 witnesses, and exposed how deeply organized crime had infiltrated everyday life. The courtroom looked like a roll call of the underworld. Men in silk suits, calm faces, stone eyes. Each swore they were innocent entrepreneurs. Each hid an empire behind marinara sauce. But here's what they didn't tell you. The pizza wars didn't just stay in New York. When the feds cracked down on one faction, others tried to seize control. The Gambinos, the Bonanos, the Genovese, all fighting for territory, supply, and street prestige. Bodies started turning up in alleyways behind restaurants. Pizza ovens that once baked dough were used to burn evidence. And family loyalty? That was the first thing to melt away. One of the darkest turns came when the FBI found links between the Pizza Connection and political corruption in Sicily. Money from New York's pizzerias was funding assassinations, buying judges, and financing mafia wars in Palermo. What started as a cover-up became a global web of blood and betrayal. The line between America's comfort food and the world's deadliest trade blurred into nothing. Even after the trial, even after dozens of arrests, the Mafia's influence didn't just vanish. Some of the old pizza shops reopened, New names, same owners, same recipes. And some say the same business. Today you can still walk through Brooklyn or Little Italy and smell the same mix of garlic and gasoline. You might think you're ordering a slice of history, and in a way you are. Because every family recipe, every old sign, every cash-only register tells a story. A story of greed disguised as tradition. A story of the mob's genius for turning anything, even pizza, into profit. They say the Mafia's greatest trick was convincing the world they disappeared. But maybe they just changed uniforms. Maybe they traded the black suit for a white apron. Maybe your neighborhood pizza man isn't just tossing dough. Maybe he's tossing secrets. The New York pizza wars were more than a crime story. They were a warning that corruption can wear a smile, pour you a drink, and hand you a slice. And behind that smile might still be the ghost of a Don counting his cash in the kitchen. This is the story of America's tastiest cover-up, and if you think it's over, look closer. Because as long as there's greed, there will always be someone serving it by the slice. If you enjoyed this story, hit subscribe. We've got more tales of power, loyalty, and blood money coming your way. Because in this world, justice might be blind, but the Mafia, they always see you coming.